Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Freeman and today I have a beautiful flow for you. I actually did this practice this morning and it felt so grounding and freeing that I wanted to come straight out here and film it for you guys. You're not going to need anything today, just a nice safe space for your mat, and as always just moving really carefully and gently with your body and being grateful for everything that it can already do today. If you do enjoy the video, please remember to hit like and subscribe, but otherwise I think that's about all for now, so let's get moving. Okay my friends, so we're going to get started today in a kneeling position. Now ideally I would love for you to take 5 minutes before practice starts, if you have time, to just breathe for 5 minutes and become really present in your body. But if you don't have time, that's okay. Let's get started together. So coming into a kneeling position, sitting the hips back onto the heels and just placing your palms down onto your thighs. For a moment here, just allow your belly to be soft, shoulders to relax away from the ears. And feel a little lengthening up from the back of your neck and a lifting here through your heart. And we always just allow a few breaths to let the body settle. To check in with the quality of the breath, can we start to invite it a little deeper down into the sides of the ribs, expanding, breathing into the belly. We just take these few moments to check in. How is our body doing today? How are we feeling today? And today's class is going to feel really freeing through our body as we open up and stretch and expand. But I'd also love for you now to take a few moments just to look within and consider, when was the last time that you felt really free? Or what is it in your life? What activity or what freedom of expression? What is it that makes you feel the most free? And I just want you to see that really clearly for a moment. And once you see that clearly, with your next few breaths, I'd like to invite you, if you can, if you can't, it's okay, to try and sit in that feeling of freedom and cultivate that within your mind as well. So it's almost as if we're breathing this quality and this feeling into every cell. And allowing it to sink in before we even start moving today. Knowing the power of your mind here. Really seeing, believing, and feeling that sensation of openness and freedom. Let's take one more deep breath into this space. And as you exhale through the mouth, just let it go, releasing that, trusting that it's within your body. And then gently open your eyes here. On your next inhalation, arms rise overhead, lengthening the sides of the waist. And as you exhale, interlacing your fingertips behind your back. As you inhale, press the palms together, rolling the shoulders open. Feel the lengthening through the front of the chest. And then taking your palms together to your left hip, bending at the elbows, settling both shoulders away from your ears, and take the right ear to the right shoulder. So just opening through the side of the neck here. As you inhale, bringing the neck back to center, taking the palms over to the right side of the hip. And as you exhale, shoulders settle, left ear to the left shoulder. Inhaling that freedom and that space into the body, drawing the neck back to center, and then taking the hands down onto the ground in front of you. You're going to tuck your toes here and then sit your hips back to your heels. We're going to come into our toe sit for a moment. So starting to work into the very base of our support into our feet. So option to keep your fingertips down here, or if you can, just placing the palms back onto the thighs, the hips back to the heels. Once more closing down through your eyes. Now this can be a really strong sensation through your feet. This is normal, this is expected, but just see if you can breathe here. So notice the mind's tendency to want to grip on when we start to feel a little uncomfortable. But let's see for a moment if we can use our breath to control the sensation. Breathe down into your feet. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, taking the hands back to the mat if they aren't already, untuck your toes, tap out the tops of the feet, sit the hips back to the heels. Your hands come to take hold of your heels behind you. We're going to come into a rabbit pose. So as you inhale, the belly draws up, start to lift the hips, bring the chin towards the chest, and you're going to feel that beautiful lengthening behind the shoulders here. So bringing the crown of the head down towards the earth, but no pressure on the neck here, just a rounding through the spine. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hips back to heels, take the hands in front of you. Knees come a little wider here, and then walk the hands forward into our child's pose. Resting the forehead down, resting the chest towards the earth. As you inhale, perhaps feeling that length a little more through the spine. And as you exhale, the hips will soften. Take one more deep breath in here. And then just taking your right arm underneath the left arm for a little thread the needle here. Come onto your left fingertips. And we're just twisting from the belly. A little more opening into the back of that right shoulder blade. Take one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, returning back to center, tenting onto those right fingertips. Left arm threads under, left side of the face comes down to the earth. Breathing down into your belly here. Exhale, softens the hips. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, returning back, taking both hands out in front of you. And then we're going to come up from here, take the knees back underneath the hips. Just 3 rounds of cat-cow. As we inhale, belly drops, heart draws forward. As we exhale, press away from the ground, chin to chest, belly draws up. Twice more, just articulating through your spine here, moving with your breath. Exhale as we press. One more round. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, press away, lift that space behind your heart. And then returning back to all fours from this position, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and we press back to our first downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. So as you look back, your feet should be about hip distance apart. And notice if your thumb and index finger is lifting off the mat, can you press them back down here? As you inhale, bend the knees, hovering just off the mat. And as you exhale, press forward to a high plank position. Shoulders over wrists, starting to engage through your core here. So with your upper body, we're pressing away, but we're broad through the chest. Belly button drawing to the spine, thighs are active, glutes are turned on. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. One more time, bend the knees, hover just off the mat. Pressing forward, we find our high plank position. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Take one deep breath in here. And as we exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Now taking your feet a little bit wider here, so almost to the outer edges of your mat. You might want to walk your hands a little bit closer also. Pressing into the left palm, the right hand is going to reach back to the left shin or ankle. And we're just drawing the chest through and under for a little bit of a twist, more opening through the hamstrings. You might want to bend your knees here, that's okay. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, replacing the right hand down, left arm threads under, gazing under the right armpit. Again, option to bend through the knees. Choice is yours, just a little twist here. Deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, releasing. Keeping the feet wide where they are, we're just going to walk the hands back towards the heels and then sit the hips down to Malasana, our Yogi Squat. So palms come to the heart center, perhaps just rocking side to side for a little bit, releasing through the inner thighs and groins. See if you continue to lift that heart. Shoulders soft, face soft. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, placing the palms back down, walking them back out in front of you. And you're going to come back to your downward facing dog position. So bringing the feet back hip distance apart. And as you exhale, hips shift back. Pausing here, 3 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. Now the hips are the sit bones are the peak of the pose here. So notice perhaps if you bend the knees slightly and lift your heels, can you find a little more tilt through your pelvis? Take one more deep breath in here. And out. From here, we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands and then lightly touch the back knee down, untuck the back toes. Come onto the fingertips first, checking our front knee is over our front ankle. Engage your belly and then arms draw overhead for our low lunge. Beautiful. The feeling of the front heel drawing back, the back knee drawing forward to square your hips to the midline. Take one deep breath in here. And as you exhale, the right hand comes down to the back of the left thigh, the left fingertips reach up and over. So we're peeling open from that right shoulder here. Just really enjoying that little twist and deepening into the front of the left hip flexor. Take another deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to swap that over. So left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Enjoying the beautiful twist both ways. Gazing over your left shoulder, take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come back to center. As we inhale, elbows open wide, straighten through the front leg, lift your heart. And as you exhale, right arm will thread underneath the left, coming into your eagle wrap arms, Garudasana arms. Now checking here, the belly continues to draw back towards the spine. The rib cage continues to wrap forward towards the midline. Take one more deep breath in. And then releasing your arms, give them a little shake out. Hands come to heart center. And on your next exhalation, left elbow comes to the right thigh. And then pressing the palms together, trying to draw the sternum towards the thumbs here. Lifting and lengthening through your spine for a beautiful little twist. We stay here for one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing the hands, pressing the palms down, we just slide that right foot back. Take child's pose for a moment, hips to heels, forehead touches down. As we inhale, shift the shoulders forward over the wrists, tuck the toes, and as you exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. One deep breath in here and out. And then on your next inhalation, carrying the left foot forward, lightly stepping it through, take the back knee down. Come onto your fingertips, front knee over the front ankle. Draw and engage the belly and then arms rise overhead. Squaring through your hips and shoulders, take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, left hand comes to the back thigh, right fingertips reaching up and open. Peeling the left shoulder open. Take one more deep breath in here. And we're going to swap the arms. So this time, right arm comes back, left arm up and over. Broaden the front of your chest. Keep pressing into your front heel. Keep squaring those hips. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, release. We're going to press through that front foot again. Straighten the front leg, elbows open wide. And as we exhale, returning back to our lunge, left arm underneath the right arm, find your eagle arms here. Checking in with your belly, checking in with your ribs. Can you soften your face and soften through your shoulders? Where has the breath gone here? Keep breathing all the way down. And releasing the arms, give them a little shake out. Draw the palms to the heart center, press through the front heel a little, then we bring our right elbow to our left thigh. Again, pressing top palm into the bottom palm, bringing the thumbs towards the heart space. Take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, releasing the hands back down, press into the earth, sliding the left foot back, sit the hips down into child's pose for a moment. Inhale, shoulders over wrists, tucking the toes. As you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Now slowly looking forward between the hands, rise onto your toes, and you're going to take as many little steps as you need to make your way towards the top of the mat. And once you're there, just folding down, releasing through the neck and shoulders, taking hold of the opposite elbow. And just relaxing your belly down onto your thighs here. A lift and a lengthen through the backs of the hamstrings. Upper body just pouring forward. Releasing the hands down to the earth. As we inhale, the tops of the hands are going to come towards the sky. The chest opens, half lift here, engage your shoulder blades. As you exhale, releasing back down. Let's do that one more time. So inhale, top of the palm facing up. Exhaling, release. On your next round, we inhale, rise all the way up to standing. As you exhale, your hands come to your heart center, and we'll pause here for a moment. Closing down your eyes. And as we've started to move, just notice how the breath has changed, the body might have changed. As we start to open into the body, starting to perhaps notice where the mind has gone. Perhaps coming back to that sense of freedom which you cultivated earlier in the class, bringing it back in again. Let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands by your sides, palms facing forward. Our mountain pose, broaden through your chest. As you inhale, arms rise overhead, grounding through the feet to lift and lengthen to the fingertips. As we exhale, hands pull forward, forward fold, deep hinge from the hips. Inhale, half lift, but open the arms out to the side, engaging through your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, planting the palms down, we'll step 1 foot at a time back to high plank position. Shoulders over wrists, firing through the belly. Deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, knees come down to the earth. Lower all the way down, chaturanga, elbows brushing back past the ribs. Inhale to baby cobra, heart draws forward, elbows draw back. And as you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog via all fours or via high plank, hips high, settling here for 3 deep breaths. Pressing the thumb and forefinger down to the earth. 1 more deep breath in and out. Let's come to 3-legged dog. So as you inhale, the right heel comes high. And as you exhale, draw the knee forward. Pause here for a moment. This is our tiger curl. Lift that space between your heart. Draw your knee forward towards your chin. Look between your hands. Lightly step the foot through here. Come onto your fingertips. Front knee over the front ankle. Belly engages, heart draws forward, and then arms rise overhead. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, right hand comes down, left fingertips reach high. So we're working on that balance, but we've been here before. Belly engaged, peeling right shoulder open. Take another deep breath in, right arm lifts up. And as we exhale, left hand comes down, right fingertips reach open. Looking over your left shoulder. As you inhale, both arms reach up, straighten through the front leg. Elbows open wide, eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Wrapping, and as you exhale, finding your lunge position. Again, closing the rib cage. Notice the tendency to want to flare the ribs open. pressing into your front heel here. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing the arms, palms come together, left elbow to right thigh, coming into your twist here or bringing the left fingertips down to the mat. Right fingertips reaching. We're pressing through the back heel. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands return to heart center. We'll take arrowhead for a moment, so reaching the fingertips forward. Belly engaged, shoulders engaged. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands come to the mat, sliding the right foot back, high plank position. Deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, lower down either via knees or lifted chaturanga. Belly engaged. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift the hips, press back, downward facing dog. And we'll pause here for 3 breaths. In this time, feeling free to pedal out or shift your hips from side to side. Otherwise, enjoying the stillness for 1 more breath in and out. 3-legged dog. Inhale, left heel high. Keep your hips square. Thigh stays facing down. As you exhale, draw the knee forward. Pause here. This is your tiger curl. Engage the belly. Look between your hands. Lightly step the left foot through. Adjusting the feet if you need. Come onto your fingertips. Heart draws forward. And then arms rise up, pressing through the front heel here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then left hand comes down to the back thigh, right fingertips reaching up and over. Peeling that shoulder open, lifting through the back thigh. Take another deep breath in. Left arm rises up. And as you exhale, right arm reaches back. Left fingertips rise here. Gazing over the right shoulder, a test of your balance. As you inhale, right arm reaches up. Straighten the front leg, open out through your elbows. This time, left arm underneath the right arm, coming to your eagle wrap, and then bending through that front knee. Draw the belly back, close the ribs, lift through your back thigh. Take 1 more deep breath in, lifting through the fingertips. Exhale, releasing the hands, bringing the palms together, right elbow to left thigh. Option to stay here, or option to bring the right fingertips down and the left fingertips high. Lift your heart through here. Nearly there. Take 1 more deep breath in. And as we exhale, come back to center, palms to the heart. Coming to our arrowhead with the fingertips reaching forward, 1 straight line from the fingertips to the heel. 1 more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands touch down, slide the left foot back. High plank position. Deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, chaturanga, elbows in, belly engaged. Moving through your flow, baby cobra or upward facing dog. As you exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise onto the toes, look forward. As you exhale, take a deep bend through the knees. Step 1 foot at a time towards the top of the mat. We'll meet in forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding down, bend the knees. As you inhale this time, brush the fingertips, rising up to standing. And exhale, draw that energy back down to your heart. While we pause for a moment. Just checking in here. Notice how the body's feeling, how the breath is feeling. We take 1 more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, release the hands by your sides, palms facing forward. Engaging your belly as you inhale, arms rise. As you exhale, sitting back to chair pose, sitting back onto your seat, keeping that space between the belly and the thighs, keeping more weight in your heels, softening through your toes. How long will we stay here? I bet that's a question that we're all asking. We'll stay here for one more deep breath in. And staying in your seat, release the hands behind your back, interlace the fingertips, broaden through your chest. And then as you exhale, fold forward, belly to thighs releasing through the neck. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, bring the palms back to the lower spine, then release the shoulders down. Planting your palms down, step the left foot back, turn it down 90 degrees. Now your front heel is going to dissect the arch of your back foot. And then we're going to press into the front heel to cartwheel your arms open and find your warrior two position. So here in our warrior two, our shoulders are over the hips, so we're not reaching too far forward, just adjusting there if you need to. Arms at shoulder height, gazing over the front fingertips. Front knee over the front ankle. Legs stay where they are. As we inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, reverse our warrior, peeling open through the right ribs. You can take the top of the left palm to the inside of that right hip if you like. Keep lunging forward. And on your next inhalation, straighten the front leg, arms come back to shoulder height. As we exhale, Trikonasana, reaching the right fingertips forward, left hip pins back. From here, we take our tilt. So bringing the right hand onto the shin, perhaps onto a block if you have one. But keep pressing into the outer edge of your back foot and keep rolling the bottom ribs under and forward, broadening through your chest. Take one more deep breath here. Find some lightness in this pose. And as you exhale, bending the right leg, bringing the forearm to the thigh, and our left fingertips reach forward, palm facing down. Option to stay here, or others might want to drop into their bind. Choice is yours. Others might want to work on core by reaching the right fingertips forward. Just take one more deep breath in wherever you are. And as you exhale, turning both toes to face the side of the mat, palms come down to the earth. Right hand is going to stay down, left hand's going to come to the sacrum. As we inhale, peel the left shoulder open. Little twist here. Little variation of wide-legged forward fold. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, deep bend into your left leg. Your right toes are going to peel off the mat. This is Skandasana. So deep bend into the back leg or your left leg, and we can keep the fingertips down or take the hands to the heart. We're just going to stay here for one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, walking your hands back forward, come onto the back toes. Hands will frame the front foot. Beautiful. So we're going to come into our warrior three position. From here, bringing your hands to your heart, start to walk the back foot forward a little. And then we're going to start to come into our balance, left heel lifting, crown of the head reaching forward. Keep turning the back thigh down. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, if you can, let's come all the way up to standing, drawing the left thigh in towards the chest. Grounding down through the right foot. Take a deep breath in here, grow nice and tall. And keeping hold of your shin with your right hand, we're going to come to a standing twist, left fingertips reaching back. And an option here will be to take your gaze towards the back of the room. Pressing the mound of the big toe down, take one more deep breath in. And then returning your gaze back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Coming to Garudasana as we exhale, left thigh crosses over the right. Now you have the option to take the left toes down to the mat or wrapping the left ankle behind the right shin. As you inhale, elbows open wide and left arm threads under right for our Garudasana, eagle arms. And we've come to the pose. Now feel your inner thighs drawing together. Feel the belly wrapping upwards. Sitting your seat down for one more deep breath in. As you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, release the feet, arms rise overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, well done. Grounding through the feet, perhaps shimmying out through your legs. Releasing your hands down by the side, palms facing forward, chest is broad here. Now you stay where you are. I'm going to come to the other side. And let's come to the other side now. So inhale, arms rise overhead. And exhale, sitting back down to your seat, fingertips long and lengthened. Let's take a deep breath in here. And then releasing the palms behind the back. Stay seated, interlacing the fingers and pouring the chest forward. Bring your belly to your thighs, release your neck, release the fronts of the shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, bring the palms back to the sacrum, releasing the hands down, stepping the right foot back, turning the heel down, front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Press into the front heel as we cartwheel the arms open to our warrior two position. Remembering the shoulders are stacked over the hips, the wrists are stacked over your ankles here. See if you can find some lightness in this pose, but at the same time going for a little more depth. Legs stay where they are as we inhale, flip front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Perhaps taking the front of the right hand to the left hip. Peeling left ribs open, take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg, arms come back to your shoulder height. Gazing over your front fingertips, right hip pins back, left fingertips reach forward, triangle pose. And then we find our tilt here. Rolling the left rib cage under. Keep pressing weight into the outer edge of your right foot. And find lightness here, lengthen through your spine, not dumping down, we're lifting through the top fingertips. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bending that front knee, left forearm to the thigh, right fingertips reaching forward. Broadening the front of the chest again, options to bind here, options to work on core strength, or staying here. For one more deep breath in. And then as we exhale, the hands come down to the earth, both toes turn forward, feet are parallel with the outer edge of the mat. Keeping your left hand down, the right palm to the sacrum as you inhale, straighten through the spine, open through your heart to the right side of the room. Taking one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, the hands come back down. Deep bend into the right leg here. Left toes peeling up off the mat, Garudasana. So option to bring palms to heart center. Your heel might be off the mat, that's okay. Just see if you can maintain that openness through your chest for one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, walking the hands back towards your left foot, toes facing forward, come onto the ball of the back foot. Now firing up through those legs, drawing your palms to your heart center, and slowly starting to come to our warrior three. So we lift the right heel up and lengthen through the crown of your head. Back thigh turning down. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the right thigh towards the chest, coming up to standing position. Left palm takes hold of the right shin. And then the right fingertips reach back, this little twist coming from the belly. Perhaps keeping the gaze forward. Or perhaps turning the eyes towards the back of the room. Testing the balance for one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hugging the thigh back towards the chest, ground down through the left foot, lift up through the crown of your head. And as we exhale, right thigh over left, coming into your eagle legs, Garudasana. Inhale, elbows open wide. And exhale, right arm underneath the left. Sit the hips down, lift the fingertips high. Everything wrapping, pressing towards the midline. And let's take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, release the arms. Inhale, come up to standing, arms rise overhead. And exhale, your hands come to your heart center. Take a moment here. You stay where you are. I'm coming back to the front of the mat. Checking in, how are you feeling? A little bit more free, a little bit more open in your body. And let's move through a round of Sun Salutation. So arms by the side. Inhale, arms float overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Release shoulders, release the neck. Inhale, half lift, arms open wide. And as you exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back, high plank position. Shoulders over wrists, heart drawing through. Take a deep breath in. Belly engaged as you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Moving through your flow, inhale to baby cobra or upward facing dog, broaden your chest. And as you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Stay here for one deep breath in. And as you exhale, knees come down to the mat. Hips sit back to the heels, pausing here for a moment. Come onto your fingertips here. Lifting your elbows off the mat. Feel a little bit more opening underneath the shoulder blades. Just catching the breath for a moment. Take another deep breath in. And then walking the hands back towards your body. And placing your palms onto your sacrum with your fingertips facing down. Now we're going to come into a few little warm-up drills to then move into our camel pose. So I'd like you to just always move gently with your body. If this doesn't feel good for you today, just skip it. You don't have to do it. Otherwise, moving gently and carefully, noticing every little sensation in your body along the way. So first, to begin with, fingertips facing down, engage through your core here. Okay, you're going to keep the rib cage wrapped for this whole little round of movement. And as you inhale, fire up through your glutes, press your hips forward and just lift your heart, gazing up towards the sky. Elbows drawing back. And as you exhale, sitting back down. Just looking back towards the front of the room. We'll do that 3 more times, so we're not going into the full pose just yet. Inhale, glutes active, press the hips forward, lift through the heart. Elbows draw back. Exhale, sit back down. Twice more with your breath. Inhale to rise. Exhaling to lower. One more round. Inhaling to rise. And exhaling to lower. Now all together, let's rise up onto the shins. We're going to tuck our toes under. If you're used to doing camel with the tops of the feet down, feel free to take that variation as well. Otherwise, your inner thighs are active. So imagining you have a block between your thighs. We don't today, but just imagining that's the kind of sensation we want of the knees drawing together. Palms down, elbows draw back, glutes engaged to press the hips forward. As you inhale, lift your heart up, look towards the sky, and you might stay here for today. Otherwise, if it feels okay for you, keep pressing the hips forward and then taking one hand down at a time, checking in how it feels. Lifting your heart, rolling the shoulders open. And take one more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, gazing back towards the front of the room, taking the hands back to your lower spine. Then sit your hips back to your heels. Palms down onto the thighs. Just take a moment here, close down your eyes. My favorite part of any back bend is the afterwards. So perhaps noticing your heart beating, a little bit more energy running through your body. Now we have an option to do that a second time, but if one time felt enough for you, you're just going to stay here for a few more moments. So if you're ready, coming with me as you inhale, rise up, tuck the toes or keep them flat. Fingertips facing down, elbows drawing back. Belly engaged, glutes pressing forward. As we inhale, heart lifts. And as you exhale, perhaps taking the hands back to the heels, pressing the hips forward, peeling the shoulders open, lifting your heart, belly engaged. Take one more deep breath in. And looking back forward, taking the hands back, sitting the hips back to the heels, palms down. We'll take a moment here. Closing down your eyes, just looking within. And every pose has a different effect on your energy. And so sometimes we can just take a moment after a pose and just check in what's changed. Really paying attention to you and your body. Beautiful. Taking the hands back down in front of you, we're going to sit the hips to the side and come onto our backs now. Bringing the heels close in towards your body, taking the fingertips down towards the earth. All right, so just a few rounds of bridge. So heels pressing down. Your belly is going to engage, your sit bones sliding down towards your heels. And as we inhale, press into the feet to lift up through the hips. And as you exhale, lowering back down. So that same sensation of imagining there's a block between your thighs, so our knees aren't coming out to the side. Let's go twice more. Inhale to rise. And exhaling to lower. One more round here, inhaling to rise. And exhaling to lower. Now an option to do that again, or if you'd like to come along with me, inhale, we press through the heels, lift the hips, interlace the fingertips behind the back, and then roll the shoulders underneath. Beautiful. So your heart is lifting up towards your chin. Your glutes are engaged. Belly is engaged. Option to stay here for a moment, or if you'd like to add on, left toes up. Pressing through your right heel, now take the left foot back down. Square the hips and then take the weight into the left heel, lifting the right toes. And as we exhale, come back down, releasing the palms back down to the earth, unroll the shoulders and then rolling back down through your spine. Take a moment here, belly to the hands to the belly. Now I'm going to give you a third option. So option number one was just to do a bridge. Option number two, we interlace the hands behind the back, or if you'd like to come with me for option number three, we'll go into a full wheel. Okay, but only if you're feeling strong and perhaps only if you have done this pose before, so that someone has watched you before, you're not trying this for the first time in your lounge room. So taking whichever option, otherwise coming with me, fingertips facing back towards your shoulders. Your elbows are going to stay at shoulder width, so we don't want the elbows to open wide. Walking your heels back towards your body. You might want to watch first. We're going to inhale, press through the heels, lift the hips, come onto the top of the head. Adjust those elbows back to shoulder width apart, and then when you're ready, on your next inhalation, press through the hands and press through the heels. Staying here for as long as feels good for you. Keep active through your glutes, inner thighs pressing together. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then drawing your chin to your chest, bending back to the top of the head. Gently lowering back down. Lift your heels, hands come down. And everyone, no matter where you are, lowering back down the length of your spine. Bring your feet a little wider. Knock the knees in together, take your hands onto your belly and just close down your eyes. The best part, the aftermath. Creating that space and freedom in your body. Our body and our mind is connected, so when we create space and freedom in the body, we do the same inherently in the mind. They're hand in hand. It's all one. Let's take one more deep breath in here. Beautiful. And from here, just hugging your knees towards your chest. Just for a moment, just moving really gently, a little bit of back bending, so just making sure that you're really taking care of yourself here, not pressing or forcing anything. And then bringing the arms out to the side, knees fall to the left, gazing over towards the right fingertips. An option here to extend the top leg for a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. And if you'd like even more in this pose, the right fingertips reach back to the left toes for a little bit more of a quad stretch as well. Here we'll just take one more deep breath in. And then gently releasing the feet, right ankle to the left thigh, figure four stretch. So we can stay here with the left foot down, pressing the knee forward, or reaching through, so long as the backs of the shoulders and the neck is down on the ground. Just opening through that right hip. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then releasing here. Taking a moment. And then drawing the knees back towards the chest. Legs fall over to the right. Again, option to extend that top leg. And then option to take hold of the right toes with the left hand. Or you're just here in your twist. Choice is yours. Wherever you are, one more deep breath in. Gently coming back to your figure 4, left ankle to right thigh. And keep the right foot down, pressing the knee forward or draw the thigh or shin towards you. Keep a little bit of flexion through that left ankle, just protecting through the knee, so toes drawing back towards your knee. One more deep breath in. And then hugging both thighs towards your chest, bring the knees towards the armpits. Now we're going to flex the soles of the feet to the sky for a happy baby. And choice to keep hold of your shins, or taking hold of the outer blades of the feet, or peace gripping the big toes. And you might want to rock from side to side. You might want to straighten one leg out at a time. Wherever you are, I want you to keep the whole entire length of your spine down onto the mat. And this is why we give the option of taking hold of the shins, so that we're not curling up to take hold of the feet, but so that spine stays nice and straight. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, taking the soles of the feet back down to the earth. And then extend one heel out at a time. Bring your heels to the outer edge of the mat, shoulders shifting away from the ears. And just take a moment here. And if there is any other movement that you feel is going to be beneficial for your body here, please listen and go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, we just check in again. How is the body feeling? And letting go of any control over the breath here, just allowing the belly and the chest to come back to being soft and gentle. And I'd like you to come back to that thing that makes you feel free, or that last time that you felt really free. And see if you can see or cultivate that feeling once more in your body. Maybe considering how you could draw this into your life more on a day-to-day basis. How could you bring this feeling to become more of a part of your life? And then letting those thoughts go, just allowing the body to become heavy. Heavy through the hips, through the thighs, through the ankles. And scanning your body, letting go of any last tension through the face, through the jaw, the throat, the fingertips. And just allowing yourself the freedom to just be here, however feels true and authentic for you right now. Freedom to be 100% true without needing permission from anybody else. And I'd love you to stay in this space for however long that you have available to you. And thank you for joining me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.